Hello my fellow hammerheads and welcome back to another video. This time we're going to review maybe the best episode of Hammer and Bolter called Artefacts. It is episode 9 and with me my co-host, my beautiful gorgeous brother. Please tell me about it. What are your thoughts about this episode? I'm sorry, I'm just so excited.
Okay, yeah, this episode was. I didn't thought that they could in any way top themselves after Arcadia's stance. I was really surprised to see this episode and how it played out because this episode was fantastic. It was pure excitement from the very first moment to the end. And like you can see behind me, I'm a big fan from everything that is Xenos or funny if it comes to Space Marines. And this episode starts fantastic. It starts on a tomb world of the Necrons from the Nihilak dynasty, and they get first decimated. Well, it's just a few warriors, so it's not really that bad. By Chaos Terminators of the Black Legion.
So just a disclaimer, we're going full spoiler mode because just a few hours after the episode aired on stream, Reddit was already full with spoilers and what happened. So we're gonna take everything from beginning to end.
Yeah, Twitter was also full.
Yes.
It was literally the first comment 1 hour after the episode aired under the beneath the official Warhammer community page was, there are already so many spoilers and it's just 1 hour out.
Yep.
Yes, that's how many spoilers were there. So yeah, back to the 5 Terminators.
Yes, 5 Black Legion Terminators.
5 Black Legion Terminators. And there's also one of our favorite scenes.
Yes.
They hunt down a Cryptek, and the Cryptek just summons a new bunch of warriors, and the leader screams then for the autocannon, and the autocannon just says...
No, he just screams the name of the warrior, and that's the only one with a name apparently, because the rest is just typical Space Marine brother. And it's just Kreld. So Kreld is really his name, and he just takes his autocannon and sprays into this corridor and decimates everything.
Yeah, I love his sentence. He's like, "Hear the laughter of the gods."
It's funny.
It's great. It's just great. And of course, they cornered the Cryptek. They managed to stop him, and the Cryptek bleeds for his life. Here, he has the power and artifact that can help them to create their own web race, stolen from the Eldari, and the leader is like, "I don't believe your lies." And in this moment, you just hear one voice.
Yes, and he just says, "Let him speak." No, it's physically not possible for me to speak in such a low register.
Let him speak.
Holy. I don't know who voiced this character, but it's not a spoiler. He was already on the Warhammer community website. It's Abaddon, the Despoiler.
The War Master of Chaos.
It's such an incredible moment. It's the first time I heard it, it was just like, whoa, what was that? In every story in there in which a normal human hears the voice of a Space Marine for the first time, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's just in such a low register, or his voice is rumbling like the stones of a mountain, and it's like 2 tectonic plates grinding against each other. That's totally it.
Well, Ezekiel steps forward and is like, "Oh yeah, here, thank you for your knowledge and for the data." And he receives a little data vault, and is like, and he just eyes the Cryptek and he kills him straight off. He kills him straight off because it's a Xenos, and the Cryptek, yeah, he dematerialized. He's just okay, bye.
Yeah.
And he sends these 5 Terminators to bring him his treasure, and then we get a wonderful scene on board of one of their vessels. With
Yes, for this scene, I can't remember if it was John Blanche. Maybe it was John Blanche's artwork, but there is the whole setup of the augur and the augur slave just reminds me of something of 2nd or 3rd edition. And this was just a great throwback for me. So sorry, I interrupted you.
No. It's okay. You can interrupt me anytime. I mean, it's not just my show. It's yours too. And they are on the ship, and they are like, yeah, we can teleport you in there. There are interferences, and then the Terminators start arguing. Yeah, so they argue, and the leader just says, "We go in."
No.
It's just one action. They go in, they teleport into this ship, and the first thing they see is 3 witches who run towards them and get decimated.
Yeah, they just mercilessly killed. But we haven't spoken about the animation.
Of course.
So the animation, we already have told you, our beautiful viewers, already that with every episode the animation gets better and better. And this one just knocks the ball out of the park. Everything is completely fully animated. And if something is not really animated, then it's just so minuscule that we didn't really see it. And that's great. It's awesome. So thumbs up. And yeah, there is nothing more to say about how positive we are about the changes and the incremental positive changes of the animation style.
Yeah, this was really a surprise for me because we know the other episodes, we have seen them, and first that is fully animated, and that they really go deep in the details, in every detail in the animation, and it's fluid. It's really the one episode where everyone says this might be the best episode they've ever made.
Yes.
Till yet.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And we move forward in the story. They encounter on their way a few phantoms. Their screen is glitchy, where they see where the artifact is. A mysterious hooded Necron appears in the doorway, and out of thin air appears some Cavalite warriors and attack them. And every time before this happens, there is some distortion. Also, there's a flashy red light, which they can't explain.
Yes, this is such a funny and beautiful scene in my mind, because it just takes me back to work, in which I am the one who's asking questions and everyone else is, oh, no, it's okay, it's fine. And this is Krelt, by the way, the one Chaos Terminator with the autocannon. He's the only one asking questions. Should we do this? Why is this so suspicious? And I have a bad feeling about this. He is the only Terminator with a functioning brainstem.
But I love the excuse of the other Terminator. A lifetime of war in the eye of chaos, miracles of the dark gods, and you find this suspicious?
Yeah. A flashing red light.
It's really shows a bit of humor.
Yeah.
They proceed. They are Terminators, and I guess they have till then 3 wounds. So
basically, yes.
So they move just into the treasure chamber, and at the moment they reach this chamber, Krell is again the only that notice. Oh, there are Trukari on the floor, and they have damage from our weapons. But we just came in here. Yes, and the leader touched the artifact, and in this moment we see a wonderful view how this room changed, how different timelines interact with one another, till we enter in this perfect timeline where the Terminators are on one side, more Trukari on the other, and the moment he's almost a finger away from the artifact, time stops.
This is so an amazing. This scene is so great because everything is beautifully choreographed, and they really are using the tools they have for this scene.
And then comes, if you have read The Infinite in the Divine or The War in the Museum, the first novelization from the author, you may have heard of him, you may love him, you will be happy to see him.
Love him after this.
Yeah. I mean, if you have read the Infinite and Divine, you love him 100%. It's Trazyn the Infinite, and he's beautiful. Just everything has stopped. Time has stopped, and he is just casually walking into the room with his staff and his swagger. And yeah, if he was mortal, he would have a really bright smile on his lips.
Yes.
You can really hear it in his voice. So he explains to the leader, yes, what you have gone through is just one of many thousand simulations, because, great surprise, you are in a tesseract labyrinth. And this moment resets itself every time you reach this object. And I've watched you 1,000 times, and it is always fun. It is pure entertainment for me. You do this because I find it funny.
Yes.
And the voice acting. So
we'll talk about this in a moment. So just let this cut short. I'm sorry, but this is already going too long. Then we have a cut in which he explains how he does it, and that he's not the jailer, blah, 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 Trazyn, funny stuff.
We see first how this entire thing reversed itself.
Yes.
And back to the moment where they are back on the bridge of their starship, and then we see maybe such a part of his entire collection on Solemnum.
It's beautiful. And it's so funny.
Yes, there are a few Easter eggs, like the book from episode 2.
We will talk about this at the end.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we already talked about the animation, but voice acting. We already have spoken about Abaddon, but the Chaos Terminators. What are your thoughts about those?
Okay, I love them. They all have unique voices. You love the voices bring personality.
Yeah.
You don't know them, but you hear their voices, you hear them speaking, and it's already personality. You think you know them.
Yeah. Because we do. They're Chaos Terminators.
Yeah. And of course, Trazyn. He has such an awesome voice. This is perfection. Perfection.
He is the meme perfection. And I believe it is Richard Reed, because his voice is kind of familiar, but I just can't say for 100% that it is Richard Reed.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions where I would wish we had a list of the voice actors for each episode.
But it is beautiful and amazing, and just his monologue is by far the best part.
He's not alive, but alone his voice makes him so much alive.
Yeah. He shows more emotion than many humans right now on this earth.
Sadly, yes.
Yes.
And
So,
I'm a huge Necron fan, so this was for me like, oh my god moment.
So yeah, for me, so you can guess that we are overly positive about this episode, and like the majority of the community, we are absolutely positive about this episode. There is basically nothing negative. The only thing I can think about is one thing, and it's a stupid thing because it's my thing. When they teleport on board of the Space Hulk, there is no air displacement, sorry. That's it. And this is not even a negative. This is nothing. The whole episode is awesome and amazing.
I can't really say much. I don't have any critics. I watched this episode now 4 or 5 times since it came out. So the last time before this recording.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we watched this episode together for the recording. More like an accident because I watched it with a friend of mine, which I watched just episodes with, and he just came in.
Yeah.
and we watched the ending together.
And it's so beautiful. So, Easter eggs.
Yeah. A lot of little Easter eggs. We know Trazyn has a lovely collection. And we see a minor part of his collection, like Castellan Creed, we see a sword, we see a squad, we see the book from episode 2.
Yes.
And you have seen maybe a few more things.
Then we have a Swarmlord, Elder Wraith Titan, the Forge World Titan, I forgot its name, a Chaos Knight, right in the middle. He walks straight to it. Some people have said it's a Primarch, and no, it's not.
No.
The pictures on Reddit are just so low res that you can't see it, but it's a Chaos Knight.
It's the Chaos Knight Rampager.
Yes.
It's a Chaos Knight Rampager, I know it, I have the model over in my collection.
Then there is a helmet of the 16th Legion, of even before they become the Black Legion. And
Sons of Horus.
Yes. Then there is a Spindle Drone, a squad is there, and possibly a minor spoiler for the rumored squad codex in the making. Then, what else was there? I forgot.
There was the Thunder Warrior.
Oh, yes.
The Thunder Warrior. We don't go really through them because we know most of them are dead. Yeah.
Yeah. But there are so many things. Oh, and the Enslaver on the right side. Oh my god. That's the best part. For those who don't know what an Enslaver is, it's a warp entity. It's not a demon. It's not one of the Chaos Gods. It is a soul different being in the warp. And it is from originally from the War of Heavens, in which an enslaver, how can you describe it without Google, infects some races or a group of people, creates a hole in the warp, and many more enslavers come out. Basically, that's the low, smooth brain explanation I can give right now without Googling
It's
it.
a flying brain with tentacles.
Yes.
There's one thing I would have wished for that we would have seen in the background.
Oracle.
And this was yes, also Oracle. No, Clone Fulcrum. We know he has a Clone Fulcrum in his possession, and I would have loved if we saw somewhere in the background a Clone Fulcrum. Just in the Phoenician armor, standing bright with his sword. That would have been awesome. I just wish we had this minor detail, but I'm complete okay with everything else because this episode was so good.
So, we can talk about this for many, many, many hours because
We
it's-
probably will.
yeah, and so I hope we were able to convey our feelings and our thoughts for this episode of Hammer and Bolter. And again, the majority of you already knows that we are positive about the whole Hammer and Bolter thing. Yes, we do criticize episodes like the first few, but this just amazing. 10 out of 10 for me. We are not giving scores, but this one gets a 10
Not
out of
giving
10
scores,
for me.
but 10 out of 10. Yeah, perfect. Perfect explanation. No, 10
yeah.
out of 10. Perfect.
It's, yeah, there's nothing to say against it. So before we end this review episode, I have a small announcement to make. If we can reach 100 subscribers until the end of January, I will gift a random subscriber a 3-month subscription of Warhammer Plus. If we can keep this up for every month, so for February I will look at the numbers and will decide if it will be 150 or 200 people, there will be another 3-month subscription. And this for every month the whole year. So every month there will be a chance to win a 3-month subscription of Warhammer Plus. And if the channel gets to a certain strength of community, hopefully we will be able to gift you more subscriptions. That would be awesome, because Warhammer Plus for us is a great thing. Of course, there are some negatives, but what does not have negatives? But we want to share our joy with you guys. So thank you so much for watching and sticking until the end with us. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, you can already subscribe and click the like button, because hitting buttons is fun. Do the
And
YouTube
ring the
things.
bell.
Yes. So we are keen to know what you think about this episode and Warhammer Plus. Have a great day. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And we will see you in the next video. Bye!